the Rise of an Ancient Kingdom. Over here with your brother Dwayne. And I feel it's my duty, and when I come on here, to share what I know from the Word, from God's plan for me. To share what I'm learning, which has been an ongoing journey for the last 19 years. And it's really starting to get good because now the Word you see is coming true around the world. We are the descendants of the Hebrew Israelite, 12 tribes of Jacob. The Word bears record of the truth. Because we haven't been awakened to this precious calling of ours, man, it's a wonderful time to be alive, I tell you the truth. The generations of sharing. I'm right. There's a lot of good notes here. But I'm going to start using these terms to open up the book. If we don't get the book, we ain't going to get it. You ain't going to get it no other way. You can listen to men, but your favorite of your favorite is losing, and he losing in this spiritual warfare. Yeah, we're at war, fam. And the enemy he's not hiding what he's doing. It's right out in the open, plain as day. And the children of the Most High, a lot of us, like Sis said, we're super excited about who we are. But in what sense? Is it according to the instruction? Let's go over here to Deuteronomy 28. So you're going to know who we're speaking to. No, we're going to go to Genesis 15. I'm talking to God's people. They should be learning that you are the true descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. And coming into that knowledge, that should give you your purpose and let you know and fully understand who you are, your purpose, who you are and your purpose, who you are according to God. Now you need to understand, a lot of us have read this Bible all our lives, but we've never come to the consensus. Seems like we haven't come to a consensus of what we're going to believe. What is the truth? I got my Bible right here. What is the truth? And why will I fully immerse myself in it? What is the truth? And will I fully immerse myself in what I've found to be true? I'm going to show you why, according to this word. And I hear a lot of people say the Bible don't matter. I don't like that. So that means I need to turn up. If they speaking like that, Wayne, then you need to turn up and go harder. And show them why. Genesis 15, verse 13. Now, when I hear these words, understand I'm not just hearing anything. This is the interpretation of the book, what I'm reading. I don't have to go ask Uncle Commentator anything about, well, what do you feel the Spirit is interpreting to me? And that means I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't have that belief, that word sown in me enough to bring me to that place that the Most High desires, where the Most High desires for me to be. That's why the word is important. Because if you don't know him, how else can you know him? Heaven and earth, heaven and earth shall pass, but his word will stand forever. Now let me get to the next. Let's get to the meat. Genesis 15. And learning who we are, that don't mean the kingdom is just for Judah and Israel. No, that actually, I don't support us running from the truth. I kind of understand and I have compassion towards men because now, good and well, that's like if you're in trouble. A lot of us would take the time to sit down, open a book, and find out where God is talking about things that's concerning us at that particular time, place, and time. But you mean to tell me you don't have enough sense to realize this is an instruction for every day, especially to the Hebrew? It matters in every way. It matters because if you don't have it, then you're gonna go looking outside of yourself, looking to what you've been taught that hasn't worked thus far, when everything we needed was already right inside of us. How do you know that, Wayne? Because every time I read this, it comes alive. It comes alive, which lets me know then I'm operating on a higher frequency. We on God time then. It's not man time. There's a difference. This is spiritual. That's how it's able to awaken the spirit in me and causing me to go a different way than man. Example: we taught that we need to get an education, and then take that education, apply it, and get a job. When you get a job, invest, and you can accumulate wealth. Well, when I'm reading Genesis 1, it's kind of like our journey to fulfill our time here in this space. But what's your playbook? Where where do you get your foundation? What are you using for that roadmap? You probably watch a lot of people probably watching TV now, like, okay, you're gonna watch TV because why? This is what we've been taught. Now I've been sitting here all day like, okay, just rest. We're gonna rest in this work. Rest in this word. I had a couple of jobs lined up. I guess because I stood on the price, they felt like, well, Dwayne, that's a little too much. And I ain't knocking them, but I don't like it. But it shows me, the level of sincerity our people really moving in, which is cool because it gives me more time to do what I need to get done with my retail business. Yeah, I got a retail business. We retail. We ain't just. I'm not just out here, and I mean this for real. We just not out here willy nilly found. Purpose driven. We stay motivated by the word, which shows me in real time that when I do study and I take hold of it, that's like when I get up in the morning, I'm reading my word and going on. That's what's gonna order my steps. I'm not gonna have to worry about what am I gonna do today. Is like I was just speaking about those cars. Why? Because I have a business established. Because I believe the word. I believe Genesis 1, verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image. So that means we are God's children of the Most High, after our likeness. So that means we have characteristics and traits of the Most High that does fully instructs us. There's no doubt whether the Most High has a way that's that supersedes man. Why? Because you have a spirit inside of you. And everything is driven by your spirit and what you feed your spirit with. And that spirit, I understand, comes from the Most High. And Elohim said, let us make man in our image after our likeness and let them have dominion. Do you own your own business? Yes. Do you have say to the point where I don't have to always be in control of a situation? Because if it's guided by a like-minded person, I can trust and respect that person's values because it's rooted on that rock. His word is that rock. He wasn't talking about no man. He was talking about the word. I say it again, heaven and earth shall pass. So if you look into the things, friendship with the world is enmity with the Most High. Why? Because the world follows what the world desires. Lust of the flesh. You see somebody wearing it, you gotta get it. People look at me like, oh, you ain't getting no, why you don't get a haircut? I get cussed out every day about a haircut, cutting my beard off or shaving my head. I'm like, no, I'm not shaving my beard off. I want my beard to grow out. I want my Israelite beard, my Hebrew man beard. I'm a Hebrew. I'm set apart. I'm not trying to look pretty. You got men out here. You got to be careful. And you got to have control of your eyes, your eyelids. Because if you just walking and looking, all the time you probably think the opposite sex is a woman. I'm being honest. You might see someone with their hair pinned up. You have to, and that's why the Bible teaches us not to have wandering eyes. When I walk, I'll keep my head up, chest stuck out, but my eyelids, my eyeballs, I face downward. But when I'm walking next to or in close proximity of other people, I make sure I have eye contact with that person. And make sure you have eye contact with them when I move. And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea. There go your food, over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle. There go your food, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Verse 27. So God created man in his image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. So we know the Most High created these beings in his image and likeness. Who are these beings? That's us. But then, along the way, man got beside himself and felt like he was God. And we built the Tower of Babel, which actually pissed the Most High off, if you pay attention to the story. Because remember, he said, look at man. If man accomplished this, then what limits do we have? Man was trying to build the Tower of Babel. Man was trying to build to the heaven. Remember what he said, let's build us up. Let me go to that. Because he didn't want to be scattered. Bam. We'll come back to Genesis. Now we'll go to that. We'll go to that next. Oh, we're through with Genesis 15. We're through with the breakdown. Nope. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. That happened to us. Why? because our ancestors transgressed the covenant. They broke the covenant. And also, so anybody that's saying, well, that happened uh, a long time ago, you should forget A, B, C, or D. No, you can't forget it because it happened for a reason. And that you asking questions all over the world and we rebelling against institutions and governments, I think you will want to know why, as a people, things happening to you so you can correct it. Trust me, this word is good for reproof. You ain't gonna. This is our playbook, family. We're not gonna. We could choose to vote or not to vote. You become a couch of crack and not vote, or you can choose to vote if that's what you choose to do. But understand, you're not gonna get that return, the blessings you're looking for. And even it's not gonna always be blessing. Most High, yes, He already gave you the blessing, but He also gave you an instruction to get to it. And then everything gonna be ain't gonna be about blessing, because even in coming into the knowledge of self, we're gonna make mistakes, family. That's why we need to have that relationship, and don't be afraid to have that relationship with the Most High. The Most High ain't gonna let you down. Man will. Verse 14. Also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. Afterwards shall they come out with great substance. America is being judged. Europe being judged. You don't see the war and calamity? We understand that from what the times of the Messiah. He told us what would be. Luke 21, verse 24. He told us what will be happening. Look for these signs. We start at Luke, chapter 21, verse 17. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Yeah, they hate you. They don't want to hear this. If I was talking about what's going on in the world with all this wickedness, and I was a friend of the world, then they would love me. There'll be 1,000 people on here. But I'm not talking about that. So we aren't that what I'm talking about doesn't fulfill the lust of the flesh to them. You want to put the flesh down and allow the spirit to operate. Verse 17, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but there shall not a hair of your head perish. In your patience possess ye your souls. So no matter what's going on out there, we have a hope, and we know it with surety. Why? Because we walk by faith, not by sight. Our faith is in the Most High. Verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Meaning Jerusalem is going to be desolate. Go and read Daniel chapter 9. I told you what will happen. First the Greeks came, then the Romans. And they subdued and made the nation of Israel a client state. They took over and installed their rulers in there to rule, but what happened? It came to naught because although yes, the Most High was calling the Gentiles in, Christ said, whomever, not just remember, he came back for Israel. For him, he being Judah from Jerusalem himself, he warned them that this was happening. This will happen. Let's see what he said. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, what armies? The Roman Greco armies, who came and took over. And not just them. You had other influx of other nations also coming in introducing their religion. You had the Pharisees, you had the Sadducees. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is not. Verse 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not, excuse me, them that are in the countries enter thereinto. 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Daniel chapter 9, go read it. But woe unto, verse 23, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, Jerusalem, family, and wrath upon this people, the people of Judah and Jerusalem. And they shall, verse 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword. Israel was gone already. Remember, the Most High removed them out of the northern kingdom. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword. So this was spoken to who? Jerusalem, the inhabitants of Judah, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, our people, and shall be led away captive into all nations. That's how we know it's us. So that's what I mean when I say the spirit that's working within will lead and guide you to all truth. Because the truth of the matter is, our people are the people that were led captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. Who are the Gentiles? The Europeans. And that's a fact. But I don't say that to come on and say, oh, you don't hear me, you won't hear me saying who cannot enter the kingdom. I believe as adults we understand wickedness. And if you operate in wickedness and got a wicked heart, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. You will not. Romans 12, 1 and 2. We already have the instruction and know. But if we don't study to show ourselves approved and try to be like everyone else, the Romans and the Greeks, same people today, then this is the everything you see going, you open game. And this morning I was strolling up Facebook Avenue and I heard a recording with Puffy and Meek Mills. Oh, it was disgusting. Like some real acts going on. It was, and I'm like, huh? You can listen to the voices for yourself. You know who voice. Could it be a makeover? Possibly. But that's them. That's Puffy and that boy's voice, Meek Mills, and I'm like, wow. But the thing is, I'm like, now that that spirit, there's a spirit in me that's gonna reject that shit. Cause I'm like, are you serious? And excuse my French, but that comes from the spirit of truth that has been sown by the word, and it brings us to remembrance of who we are. We know, cause why? We'll bring it out next. Some things happen to us. We understand through Genesis 15. But also we understand there are things that same thing will be reversed in the end time. Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And I think we just about I know we at times of the Gentiles being fulfilled. You can see it. But there are some other things which they have to be judged. They're being judged right now. The Most High's hand is not protecting these nations. Look at them. They're going through hell and hot water over there. America is promoting war on two fronts. We're paying for it and facilitating it with weapons. Do you think the Most High ordained that? I don't think so. That's led by the spirit of the flesh, the lust of the flesh. They not over there. I'm not even gonna get into the details of it, but Israel is not operating to stop Hamas. I don't care what you say. And I'm looking at, okay, say that was America. They blew us. America would have went over there. They were saying they have special elite forces that they can send to extract every one of them people who offended or threatened or did what they did instead of this big all-out war. When it's all-out war, I don't trust them. I don't trust them because then I have to wonder, is this driven by in love? I don't see a time when the Most High just said, blow them up. No. When you have to understand the word. Everybody like to say, well, why did he do what he allowed to happen to Cain? Because Canaan chose not to follow the Most High. He introduced idolatry. And the Most High wanted him gone for that. And a host of other things which you can read. That's why we need to study to show ourselves approved for yourself. But the point of the matter I'm making is, let's understand the theme here. Genesis 15. We're talking about a people that will serve a people that will go into captivity. We understand the foundation of where this Genesis 15 come from because it was spoken. And the blueprint of it is right there. And don't act like you don't understand the Most High foreseen this. Just like Canaan receiving the curse on him for when you read Ham did, and it say, well, Canaan will be cursed. Well, Canaan did some things. And Israel and Judah did some things. And because they broke the covenant, they released a judgment against themselves. That's why we are in the place and conditions that we're in. There's a whole, that's why I always say I don't trust these preachers. Then I have to look at where are these preachers taught. And a lot of them look like us, but I look at who taught them. A lot of them went to seminary school to learn what they learned. Okay, but that's not good. Mm-mm. Everything I read in here, I understand in context that is spiritual. And because the Most High don't have to do nothing, it's already written. And that you broke the covenant, when you break his commandments, there's judgment. If you don't repent and turn, bethink yourself, and turn from your wickedness, there is judgment that will come on you. It's the Most High long suffering. Yes, he has. I done did a lot of things that I probably should have been, there should have been swift judgment. But the Most High spared me, family. Even in the midst of the punishment, it couldn't have been nothing but the Most High. It wasn't because I was no tough guy, I had these special skills to destroy people. It's not like I was Jet Li, you know? But I know how to take care of myself. But I understood that there was a greater at work. Because why? He promised Jacob. And he said you would be scattered to the north, south, east, and west. But he promised that he would be with us. The thing of people that were scattered. And we know, okay, this people on the other end of the curse and the scattering, I'm not telling you you're living a cursed life. No, you're not. Because now you know. His law is in your inward parts. You know naturally, not a man shouldn't lie with a man or a woman should lie with one. Although the world say, do as thou wilt, and they pass laws to say, okay, it's cool, do this. I'm not do what they do. But unto the children of Israel, this is what your Most High gave you. These are his instructions. This is the law he established in the earth, in the universe. These are universal laws. They apply in all the worlds. No matter where you go, heaven and earth shall pass, but the word is going to remain. And then you have to take it to that spirit. We have to go up. We have to think on a higher frequency and a higher spirit. We have to take it to the level of spiritual context that it rests in. The Most High's ways are higher. So when I'm applying this word, that don't mean for me to go get a job for somebody that's in the same situation as me, unless their heart is to the Most High and what they're doing is established on the word. When you see the fruits of their spirit, you see the evidence, you know this. So you don't have to second guess it. because the evidence is there. But the thing is, people that were under judgment, that is a theme, outline theme in the Bible. Then we know there will be a return. How do we know this? Because it's written for you to know. His people are going to seek it out. And I implore others, Gentiles, I don't care who you are. This word is for everybody. Everybody. Everything with the breath of life in it, in the ecosystem. Humans, plant life, and animals. We all are interrelated because we connected through the Ruach. The Ruach HaKodesh is the breath of life that the Most High blew into everything that's living. Go in Genesis 1, you will find it. And the Most High said, He created one thing, He created the next thing. He created all things, but He created all things by His word. In the beginning, Genesis 1:1. That's something we can seek to attain to know. That's a journey. That something you will learn on your way to learning, for sure. But the underlying theme are people that were taken into captivity and eventual redemption. That's where we at with it. And why the world is in the condition that we see it in now, because we not bold as lion and we not standing in His authority. Because we not being sons of the Most High God. You tell somebody we are gods, they gonna look at you like you crazy. When to me, I interpret that as children. Children are the Most High. Psalms 82, verse 6 and 7. Let me go to it. But we've been so religified, religion has fried our mind. And the word was shown to Jacob. Jacob is a people, the house of Shem. So when the Messiah said in John 10, isn't it written in your book, in the law, where it says, ye are gods, children of the Most High, and the scriptures can't be broken? Well, this is where he got it from, Psalms 147, verse 19. He showed this word unto Jacob. Jacob are the house of Shem. That's us, the Hebrews, the real, alive, today, and always be. The house of Shem, the sons of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel. We are Judah. We are not all the tribes. You have other tribes, like I hear brothers saying the Indians are not. And I'm like, huh? Bro, what do you have to establish what you saying out your mouth? Can you prove that? Because the original, my understanding is that they are Yasharel, Israel. Then a lot of y'all don't even understand there's a difference in Judah and Israel. So how am I to take a lot of us having a skewed view of understanding who is Israel is the kingdom family. Jacob's name was turned to Israel to represent that kingdom. But that don't mean only Jacob and his descendants. Who do you think when they was in Egypt, it was a mixed multitude, meaning it was Jacob's original family and who they brought into the fold, who believed on the word. And we know it was operating, it may not have governed that nation, but even Pharaoh trusted Joseph. So the law and word of the Most High, his law and his way of life, it was introduced into Egypt and throughout Africa, family. So I don't understand where we get a lot of our understanding from. If it's not out the book, then you got to be able to see, family. They not gonna teach you this in them buildings. You run into them buildings talking about we having church. Really? What do you learn? You go in there for a few hours one day, come out, and the rest of the week is to Pharaoh. It's like this Pharaoh allowed you to go and worship, but you're not worshiping the God of Israel, the God that we find the living God, looking to idols, looking to things that men give you. You have to search out and seek Him and search out and find Him for yourself. He is alive. You have to believe His word. You can't pick it up once a week and talk about we having church. What is that? Stay having church. We're going to live this thing. Why? Because our level of understanding each time we read and study, you're not the same as yesterday. Eventually, it has to soak in. And trust me, it's going to sink in. And it did, and yes, it does depend on where you eating from. And you don't want to be eating off a lot of places. The only place you should be eating from is Jesus Christ. He is the Word come in the flesh. And if you can't receive things of the Spirit, you're going to have a hard time understanding this Bible. You're going to continue to look at it through man's eyes when you should be transcending what man said. Yes, I'm quite sure their intention is to help you, but then the Spirit has to kick in. Yes, we have the letter. We have what's written. Okay, where's the Spirit behind what's written? That has to show up and show in you. That is the fruits of the Spirit because you operate as God. You're not going to see His fruit in nothing else but Him. And if you're ashamed and afraid and don't understand what makes you Him in the flesh, then you have a problem. You have to graduate from milk, family. You got to start eating meat. This is that time. We full grown lions. Don't be trying to feed me no milk. I ain't no cow. I don't want no damn milk. Where's the meat at? Where's the fruit at? I come from the house of a king. You know, we eat fruit. Y'all better quit playing. Excuse me. Hello. Who is this? No, I'm cool. I'm cool. Have a good day. I don't want no substance, lady. Y'all keep wasting. Stop calling people with all that. We got the most high. We work out, we eat fruit, and we watch what we allow between our ear gates and our eye gates. If it ain't coming from here, I don't want it. I need some land though. Now, the theme is what? A scattered people, a people that have been removed from the presence of the Most High. And this shall come Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. And this is the redemption of Judah and Israel. Like I was saying, a lot of people don't understand there's a difference. And Judah, contrary to what you're seeing on all through these airwaves, Judah ain't the only one going into the kingdom. And yeah, Gentiles will be going in. Everything will be coming into the house of Israel and going into the tribes. Ain't gonna be no special place for the Gentiles other than what the Most High instruct and where we know they will be found to be. But those that are in Christ shall be saved, and they endure. They keeping His word and following His instruction. They coming into one of those 12. Get ready, Israel. Judah. Because Judah don't understand that. Judah in America think we are Judah. We are Genesis 49. We are the lawgivers. Yes, we are. We come from the house of the king, family. The bloodline. But you being in that position means you have a greater responsibility to serve, not rule over people, rule over what you create through your hands. Say you have businesses. He will empower you to be. He will empower. He will bless the hands, the work of your hands, to empower you, to rule over and thrive. for the work, not so you can have all this, you know what I'm saying, money laid up around. And we got a lot of people with a lot of money, and we sit around talking about what the politics ain't doing for us. Well, how about the billionaires and millionaires and all these rappers with all this money? Instead of buying into what America talking about, how about we buy into what the Most High talking about and build our nation of people on some real stuff? It ain't hard. Everybody got this wishful ass thinking, following the world, talking about, oh well, I just better work. Yeah, work, but whose job you working? Is it your own business? And why don't these so-called elite have the common sense to know the Most High? It's the Most High who give you that. Money don't have no intrinsic value. What the hell? We believe that it will, based off based off our, that's spiritual. That's faith. You showing you have faith. That money don't have no intrinsic value. I don't even believe it has the petrol, oil to back it anymore. And that's why America's going into digital. But it still don't have no, we don't have no natural resources that back that dollar. If that's the case, we wouldn't need Saudi Arabia's petrol oil. So we gotta be wise, family. We gotta know these things and see this. We got to see the workings of the schemes and the inner workings of the enemy, family. And we wonder why all this, we having all these problems. Yes, they gonna pay them reparations. Genesis 15 tells us these nations being judged now. But sooner or later, that we know who we are and we return to the Most High and we turn into that way of life, there's progression. It's not just gonna happen overnight, but it's happening. We see it as plain as day, and right now these nations are scrambling to try and hold it together. But the ultimate end play is to rule over you. The ultimate end game is who's gonna rule the people. That's what I see these nations fighting over. And then they understand, they know, they know even Satan has to go before the Most High before he do anything. Remember, he was roaming to and fro, seeking who he can, and then he went to the Most High. Even with Abraham, he did it with Job. That's the best, one of the greatest, one of the deepest stories. Because Job was wealthy, family. He was real wealthy. Him and his children was kind of spoiled. It was kind of beyond. They was kind of spoiled rotten too. But the people that were taken into captivity, Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee. Verse 2. And shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul. That's speaking directly to us, family. Make no mistake about it. I don't care if the preacher never told you that. You hearing it today. The Most High is raising his sons. So you won't have that problem. Because there's gonna come a time where it's gonna be like a famine with the word. It's like right now. You see these churches closing down. People ain't believing in this, what's going on behind them in them buildings. We see all the wickedness going on. And people are now doing what? Seeking the Most High for themselves, family. You don't need no man in between you and him. But you do have to seek him while you can. That means get active in the word with him, trust him, believe on his word, and believe it where you are using it. You have to use it to build your life. That's how we'll know you are of him. Verse 3, that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity. That's what's happening now. And have compassion on thee, and will return and will. So that means he is going to return and gather you from all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath scattered thee. If you don't believe it, then just walk away. Don't listen to me. Keep doing what you're doing. Verse 4. But for those that sincerely love the Most High and want to know, this is for you to know. We want to read Deuteronomy chapter 30. Yeah, we hear Deuteronomy 28 all the time, but we can't stay stuck there because there's a flip side to that. And understanding that other side, that means that should bring you to that higher place. You should be learning more about what the laws of the Most High and what that requires of you. Even when you learn it, okay, we know we not got it. We do keep the law, but we know that's not going to give us our salvation. So when I look at the law, thou shalt not kill, I'm looking at the spirit of it. So if I don't have murder in my heart, then it should be something of the Most High there, which is love. I should be showing love for my fellow man. I don't care who it is. They can act wicked. I always tell people around me, I'm like, you about that, because if you wasn't, you wouldn't allow, I don't care what happened, you wouldn't allow yourself to operate like that. You're going to stay steadfast and 10 toes down on what you know, that you know that you know. Verse 4. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. That's all I want to get down in your bone now. Drop the seed. Because why? It's the Holy Spirit. And I know you can identify with being a scattered people. But you want to know why. And you want to know how to overcome, to come back. Well, this is how. You got to return to the Word, family. Return to the Most High. Your first is what He first gave. Your first estate. You are His people. In Jeremiah 30, the same thing. And how I know of a surety that if we follow Him in His instruction, we will be prosperous and have success, because I went to school and learned automotive technology. So if a car breaks down, that lets me know it needs to be repaired. Well, by law, you got the skills, so there's an opportunity. Simple as that. Now, if I remain steadfast in that work, and I'm delivering solutions, when people have problems, they call me, and I go and deliver that solution. That builds their confidence. Not only their confidence, but I'm telling you through experience, they will promote you. The people will be your best marketing team, because they're gonna what? Well, I'm gonna tell the next person. You might can save some money dealing with him, and you're not gonna come back for the same problem twice. Yes, I'm gonna share that with you. That's valuable information I can trust, because I see you driving. You getting to and fro with no problem. I'm with that. I support that. And it don't have to be in no building where they paying more rent than how much money is generating. So when you go there, you know the price is gonna be crazy. You can get that same work right in the hood from people that done been to school and dedicated to their craft. It don't matter where I don't wear uniform, but when I put my hands on that car, you're gonna get a master craftsman touching your car, guaranteed every time. I don't know everything, but I know how to use a scanner and plug it up to your data link connector and get the information that the car is stored, and it will tell you. It's just like the word. If you don't know who you are, the Most High will tell you. You don't know your purpose. If you read and get His instruction in you, it will show you. You got to walk it out. You can't just read it, because then on the flip side, if you reading it, that automatically should hit a button. Boom, that red light should come on. That light bulb should come on. Boom. Well, the Most High is calling me to this. I ain't just picked this book up for nothing. Start running from it, because you ain't gonna get it out there. They taught you about Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson already told you, if it's a God in heaven, I feel for my people, because He's gonna get retribution for what we doing to these people. What people? These people I'm reading about. What is the underlying theme of people that are under judgment from the Most High, of people that were scattered, taken and scattered, and will be regathered. That's what I was just reading about in Deuteronomy 30. You can also read about in Isaiah 11, Jeremiah chapter 30, and it's talking about not just Israel, it's talking about Israel and Judah, because those two nations of the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom, those two nations, there was a split in the kingdom. So these two kingdoms, there was a split in the nation. The kingdom of Israel and Judah are going to be gathered and brought back. Not just Israel, but how do we attain success and prosperity? Biblically, Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law, meaning God's word, his instruction, because his word establishes our going. It gives us our perimeters, what we should do, what we shouldn't do. It sets the bounds. That's why you need his word. You want to have that success you're looking for without going through the puffy or and all them. You know what I'm saying? Without getting happening. Without you don't have to, but many of them get there and they compromise. They manhood. This real stuff. You want to be fortified and know of a surety that what you standing on, when them chumps come, you already know what time it is. Put your hands up. I might hit you in your bottom lip. You ask me some shit like that. You know, you can't trust everybody. And then, not only you got to think about your children. Imagine, they got this agenda. The agenda is real. You see it. They all in Africa. Oh, if Africa don't accept this, why do Africa got to accept that? What gives you? Who told you God, where you can go around and transport this way of life on other people? That's not even in agreement with the natural course of life, the natural law. Who the hell? And then get mad and politicize this shit through news and politics, which they own. I don't understand why we don't see how agendas get pushed. Well, politicians I'm quite sure they got stocks in these companies. Come on, man. I pay attention to everything, family. I'm from my mama and dad. God sent us from heaven through our dads to come to sit and rest in our moms until we come forth. But understand, we came equipped already with characteristics, didn't he say, in my image and after my likeness. So you know how to search things out. You have the spirit of discernment. You can read, you can see things, the way things unfold, and don't even have to hear. You can pay attention and watch how things unfold and read a situation, family. Yes, you can. You can foresee things. Yes, you can. Verse 8, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, meaning his ways. This is what you want to practice every day. But thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. Keep his instruction, keep his commandments, and do his law. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. That's the word, family. Now, we being his people, that turns up. Whatever we doing, family, it's to the glory of the Most High. That's how you attain prosperity and success. It's not going to come through these systems and corporations. They wicked. They being judged. They are fallen. Now, that's what the awakening is about. Because now the spiritual sons, the spiritual, yes, in spirit, but real sons and daughters of Most High is awakening. What we doing matters. And make sure whatever you doing, do it with respect, family. We do our thing. We are a king. We come from the house of the king, family. If you ever wonder why we always say that, oh, I'm a king or a queen, because you truly are. You in the image of the Messiah. You just like him, family. He was the first fruit. You also are that tree. You know, but we have also the Gentiles can also be spliced into that tree. You know, and we got to teach them. That's why the world is the way it is, because we not represented. We going along. We'll give up. Oh, it's a lot I don't have, but I use what I do have, and it makes more. It's called planting the seed. And the Most High is gonna give it the increase if it's of His will. He already told you you're gonna be prosperous and successful. So that means that requires you uh, being empowered and starting a business or maybe owning some land. You can start farming. But 9 times out of 10, you have to get up out of America. You trying to farm because why? The government say you can't keep God's laws. Do you see the confusion at work? That's why I don't follow no systems. I respect all men, but there's only one government that I honor, and that's the Most High. That's whose government I listen to because why? It rests on the shoulder of the Messiah. How you know that? Because the Most High told us so. Isaiah 9. Read it. Read your book. Let me share some. I'm going to read some scriptures. Outside of the context of learning who the Most High people is and what you should be doing as far as coming back into the fold, keeping learning his ways, studying to show yourself approved, and really incorporating into your life. Right now, today, not tomorrow. How else are we going to see God? If I don't introduce him to you, if I don't know his ways and introduce it, we're not going to see it. Then how do you know it's of him if you ain't studying and practicing yourself? That's the community we build. What do I want to read? You can read anything and we can go into exactly what these words mean. I don't just go into the new excuse me, the New Testament. I'll go into the Old Testament too. Where was I at? Zephaniah 3 and 10. Because it's talking about a particular people. But all people can come into the kingdom. It's talking about a particular people that he chose to represent the kingdom of Israel. Whose name did he change? Jacob. Jacob represents the house of Shem. It was Jacob who wrestled with the angel from the kingdom of Israel. And that's when his name, remember he asked him, what is your name? Well, he understood the mission when he was coming to him. The Most High sent him to him because he recognized him. But when he comes, I'm so glad I brought that up. When he comes, what will he find in you? What will that messenger find in you? Will he find the spirit of the living God in you? Or will he find you worshiping the idol and following everybody else? Will he find you Kodesh and set apart? Okay, we'll see. Study to show yourself approved. A workman need not be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. Zephaniah 3 and 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants. Who are suppliants? Hence from age 62, a worshiper. These are his people. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my worshipers. So that means the interiors of Africa. There were people that were under judgment. What is the theme? People that were judged and scattered and will be regathered. Zephaniah 3, chapter 3, verse 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. So that means you're going to bring his offering. You're going to be inundated with this information. It's everywhere. I don't care what you turn on. This is the hottest subject out here. Yeah, the mainstream media will push A, B, C, and D on all these airways, but that's not what's sticking. What's sticking is this information because it's the hottest. This is the hottest thing on the earlobe right now. Excuse me, family. Take care of some business. All right, back to the word. Y'all know what time it is. Even the daughter of my dispersed, who of Israel and Judah, shall bring mine offering. In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. People that transgress mean you broke the law. You went into judgment. For then I will take away out of the midst of them, out of the midst of thee, them that rejoice in thy pride. And thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain. So those people he's going to gather. You can read about them in Isaiah 11, verse 12. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of Yahuwah. Verse 13. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies. Israel scattered. So he's talking about regathering Israel, and I'm not talking about just the northern tribes. Israel and Judah. Neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Sing, verse 14, sing, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. Verse 15, daughter of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is Judah. Israel is the daughter, the firstborn. Jerusalem, remember, that's where he chose to put his name in Mount Zion forever. Verse 15, the Lord hath taken away thy judgments. So that means he hath cast out thine enemy. The King of Israel, even Yahuwah, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore. So that means we're talking about when he's going to gather these people. These people where? From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, beyond interiors of Africa, and other places they've been scattered into. Verse 16, in that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, Zion, where he chose to put his name, let not thine hands be slack. Verse 17, well, that's it. You shit enough. Alright, y'all. What up, man? What you talking? You making a video. You finna come over here, man. You gotta jump out of there. Come on, man. You finna work out. Boy, you trying to look at him. You lifting the weights. Oh, man. You can't lift him. Look at him. Hey, y'all. Look at Big G. We trying to get to the money. We won't hit your toes. You ready to go in. Look at you. There you go. Come on. You seen your brother yesterday? Yeah, that's them weights, man. That's good money. Look at you. I got it. Yeah, that's good money. Let me see. Man, look at you. Yeah. Working out. Little man. He come straight, get to the weights. Y'all better quit playing. That's the 5 pounds.
Come on, let's go in the bathroom. Come on.
Oh, Granny messed up. He can stay in here. I got it.
No, I'm finna wash him up.
Oh, you going to get a bath, man. What you doing all that hollering? You doing all that hollering? You got a towel, man? You got some toys to go in there? Granny tripping. She don't know what she's doing. Hold on. Let me get you a toy, man. No, he gonna want a toy. I just got that call, too. He called me back. He said, that's cool. I'm like, that's what's up.
Okay, you take a shower.
You want this toy, man? Put that in there with you. Put that in the tub with you. There you go. You need one more. Hold on. Yeah, you go to Hulk, too.
Wait.
Yeah, on that one, too. There go one more, man. There go to Hulk. There go to Hulk, man. He come straight get the weights, man. Y'all better stop playing. We know instinctively, y'all. We know instinctively. Baby boy gonna be a rider. Hey, baby boy gonna be crashing people. Come get him, Mandy. You over here lifting these weights. Your baby gonna be a beast. Grandbaby gonna be a beast. Get them weights. That's what I'm talking about. All the children. That's what I be having your kids on, lifting weights and learning. When I'm gonna tell them they the Hebrews, a lot of people be looking like, what you been told my baby? Hey, I'm telling the truth. That's what I told them. Somebody better tell them. Train them up in the way they go. They supposed to go and they won't stray. You let the world train them, they gonna keep following the world. I don't even want them on Facebook. You gotta guard their ears on Facebook, I'm telling you. They got a clip of Meek Mills and Puffy on there. You can hear some. I'm like, what? Man, they need their ass whooped. Whoever put that on there, and let me tell you something. Whoever put that out, they already knew. I don't trust their ass neither. Hey. You gotta be patient. I ain't got no camera. I couldn't get him a towel now. You need a wash rag too? You need a wash rag too? You gotta get you a roll towel. Yeah, get it to your grandma. You don't want to I don't nobody seeing me, granny. Grown niggas up in here. Hey, I be having fun, y'all. Now I got to run. When I get this call, I got work to do. I got to go meet one of the brothers and go and take care of some business. That's the most I provide. Sure is. And yes, I am resting in his spirit. I move according to his word. Don't be talking crazy on my line. Alright, now. Phone with it. Somebody hit it. Supposed to been designing clothes. I don't know why. I ain't putting together this some new prints. Stay on top of my business. If I don't, family, it's like I don't got no business. Our people funny. Well, if you ain't doing it like this, they expect you to conform to some shit that ain't working for them. I'm saying it's cool, y'all hear me talking about credit. Credit cool, but man, look, it helps. Don't get it twisted. Dwayne ain't stupid. It helps, but shit, it then makes me then they own me. I'm asking you to own me. What the heck? No, I'm giving you rulership over me. If I have to lend from you, wake the F up. Watch this if you're tired of being broke. Yeah, you can't now. They using credit. They using credit. I hear you, homie. But then it goes right back to day one. What are you doing? Who are you doing it for? Oxford, it's Yiddish language of the name stealers. Ooh. Bruh, I hear y'all. I understand we are the children of Israel. We've been lied to. We the real Hebrews. But my sermon ain't talking about the people in Israel not being the true descendants. No. What is that? Family, that's confusion. Y'all want to hear about the Most High. Y'all want to hear how I can use this word to make my life better, and not my life just for me, but for everybody for those that's dependent on me and those that are around me. I want you to know this. I will not have you to be ignorant, because then you're going to be operating on a low frequency. No, I will not have you operating on a low frequency. Cannibal cult, and who was that? Cannibal. Oh, y'all gonna hear about a lot. We keep telling y'all. If I'll just explain, if you're not operating according to the instruction of the Creator, whose instruction are you operating according to? That's why I say choose. A lot of people, well, I don't want to hear that. I ain't got to do that. Well, you making a choice then. So now you open the door, and you wonder why you don't see a move of the Most High. You allow the enemy to come in because you didn't make a choice. If I don't come on here and do what you hear me doing and then go out, if you don't see the expression of the Most High and truth, you're not going to see no more what the Most High coming from me. The Most High is not blessing that. He said in spirit and in truth. So there's work to be done. And I don't care who don't want to hear it. That's why they steady running around like chickens with their heads cut off, running to and fro. Oh, if we just, no, it ain't gonna happen. Well, if we just vote, no, you've been doing that since they allowed you to vote. They had to allow you to vote. When were the free enslaved Africans allowed to vote? Watch this. Voting rights for African Americans. A terrible and bloody civil war freed enslaved Americans. The 14th Amendment to the Constitution, 1868, subsequently granted. Let me get my Black's Law Dictionary. See, you gotta have them books, family. You gotta have the knowledge, because it's the knowledge that's imparted in you that's gonna allow you to be able to make the right decision, to have wisdom, to have knowledge, so you can make the right choices. That's why I'm always in the books all day. Oh, that's all you talk about. Show leads. What talking about? This ain't just talk. I'm living this. I'm the one have to reach the people and be able to fulfill what I say out of my mouth. Like right now, well, it ain't the 15th yet, but my girl don't play that. I got to finish my business so we'll have a place to stay. But the average person tell me, oh, you breaking the law. So God chooses for me to get kicked out my house. Stop playing. Let's get to the 14th Amendment. I'm going to read the 13th Amendment too. 1933. Oh, no. Hey. Let's get to the 13th. Okay, 13th Amendment, 1865. Same year the Emancipation Proclamation came out. Section 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Section 2. Section 2. Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation, appropriate measure that they wrote and then passed with a vote. So America allows slavery. Don't tell me no shit about you don't understand what the Bible's saying of people that would go into servitude and they would serve these people, people that were enslaved. 14th Amendment, Section 1. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Section 2. Representatives shall be apportioned among the several states according to their respective numbers, counting the whole number of persons in each state, excluding Indians not taxed. But when the right to vote at any election for the choice of electors for President and Vice President of the United States, representatives in Congress, the executive and judicial officers of a state, or the members of legislature thereof is denied to any of the male inhabitants of such state, being 21 years of age and citizens of the United States, or in any way abridged, except for participation in rebellion or other crime, the basis of representation therein shall be reduced in the proportion which the number of such male citizens shall bear to the whole number of male citizens 21 years of age in such state. Section 3. That's what they tried Trump with. Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state who having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or any executive or judicial officer of any state. To such, the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. Section 4. Got a lot of sections to the 14th. The validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debts incurred for payment of pensions and bounties for services in suppressing insurrection or rebellion, should not be questioned. But neither the United States, but neither the United States, nor any against the United States, or any claim for the loss of emancipation of any slave, but all such debts, dig that. So slavery was legislated by the United States. Why they want to talk about we need to study, it just shows you. That's why people be like, why you up? Because I have to speak on the difference. Because we looking at the spirit. That's how we'll know who you are. I don't make this stuff up. And if you read and pay attention, they're telling on themselves. That's why black people belly aching. That's why it matters, still matters today. That's why they want reparations. That's why they gonna get it. Because according to the law, you broke the law. You broke God's laws. And you gonna pay. That's a fact. Or any claim for the loss of emancipation of any slave. So they were making claims. And we know for a fact they got paid for it. Voting rights for African Americans, the right to vote. 14th Amendment to the Constitution. Subsequently granted, so that means they came later. You didn't have those rights when you were first born, according to the law. According to the law. So that's why you're going to pay reparations. You should feel obliged to. All this pushback, stop. But all such debts, obligations, and claims shall be held illegal and void. Section 5. The Congress shall have power to enforce by appropriate legislation the provisions of this article. (1868). So, family, stop playing with yourself. Well, I can play games with you. File a suit on him. I was speaking that with my nephew. We look, okay, not a criminal case. Even if you don't have insurance, somebody tear your car up, you can file a claim against their ass and hold them liable. That's your property. They destroyed your property. Take them to small claims court and hold their ass accountable. It's not criminal court, so you shouldn't have to worry about the homeless. Oh, you're a rat. You took him to court. They charged him. No, I'm taking your ass to claims court. Well, we're going to find out if you guilty or innocent. Since you don't want to be man or honorable when you know you messed up, by law, natural law, you should want to pay. You should just pay. You shouldn't have to even reach that way. But if you want to play games, brothers and sisters, you can, yeah. You ain't got to go through criminal court. You sue their ass. That's anybody. They file a fake claim. They might say you owe. Well, okay, you sue their ass. You lying on my name, or you held back some service or something. Okay, we're gonna get you. Sue their ass, family. Okay, Facebook, we ain't going on there. There's too much contention on there. I like peace. What I'm doing now is peaceful as hell. And whoever you are, thanks for staying. Whoever you are, you've been on here. I appreciate that. Shalom, peace and blessings. I hope you learned something. And if it's something you want to ask or question anything, feel free. Welcome to the chat. Leave a question in the chat. It might not be, even if it's not pertaining to the Bible. This real life. I don't just say this when I come on here. This is my real life, family. And I hope it's yours. Let's build the kingdom. Anyway, shalom, peace and blessings. Shalom. What does shalom mean? Peace, tranquility, anything that's trying to raise his head against the will of the Most High, that it be brought under subjection to the will of the Most High. That we break, that we had good health, sound mind, be of sound mind. What else could we wish good? Prosperity, success. Most of all, breaking that chain, breaking the chains of the enemy. Any strongholds that are not of the Most High. Shalom means a lot of things, man. Look it up. Look it up. What does it mean to you? How do you interpret? How it's interpreted to me? Yes, we have the same definition, but that depends on where we're at in life. I may be in a state of peace in all aspects. No, you gonna never. I don't see peace in all aspects of life. I'm gonna be honest. Uh-uh. Even with this knowledge, is we still gonna be tried. Yes, we're gonna rest in His will according to His peace. We enter into His rest right now. Because why? We depending on Him. We not depending on what Dwayne wants. If it was up to Dwayne, I'd go get a couple of pounds of weed and I'd be go out there and make a lot of money and chill. It'll be just that simple. But that's not gonna work, fam. That's not gonna get it. We don't want what Dwayne wants. We want what the Most High desires for you. And Dwayne humbles himself, comes under the righteous rulership of the Most High, and he's able to be used for the Most High to get glory by His word. That's how that goes. I'm nothing. I'm nothing but a vessel. Be careful what I pour into my people. I'm going to end this. I think I want to roll out with my having I. Oh, yeah. Check that Hezekiah out, y'all. Hezekiah. Hezekiah. Check bro out. He got a YouTube. Fair use. Copyright, fair use. Fair use, copyright. I'm using this music for entertainment purposes. Learning and entertaining. Amen. Show you right. I like this song. I love it. Check it out. Oh. Oh, this is my song. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings, man. May the Most High be with you. And yours forever. Into the fuzz and fire. Niggas